Hello, Collective. Elsie here to do a reading for you. How are you, my friends? Happy full moon to you. Happy full moon in Taurus. I'm here to do a reading for you, Collective. I am going to just throw some cards, see what energy comes up, keeping in mind that I'm trying to get myself back organized again. Do you ever do that? Do you ever have like a good flow going and then all of a sudden you're off your game? I feel like it's been that way for me. It was a very busy summer, and so we're getting into the flow of fall, Collective. So I'm trying to get back into my grounded Taurus energy. And hopefully we'll have more of these collective readings come up for you. Tell me more about the Collective, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Collective, I am going to just do this reading, and whether it resonates for you today, tomorrow, or next year, it could. If it does resonate, please let me know. Thank you for the thumbs up if that's what you plan on doing with your time here. It does allow the algorithm to see me, so thanks for doing that. Let's find out what's going on with the Collective, please. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, interesting, because I just heard Charlie say, Charlie, if you've never been here before, if you're brand new, welcome, by the way. Charlie is my guide, and I just heard Charlie say, are you sure about that? I think you're kind of confident about something, and it feels like it has to do with the Three of Cups. What else do we need to know here about this? Temperance card is showing up here. It does feel like there is something here that is coming to balance or stability or a moment of alchemy here. And it feels like it's going to be celebratory, or it's going to make you happy. And I feel like it's a sure thing, I want to say, with the Nine of Pentacles here. It feels like it is, I'm probably talking to someone who is very focused on themselves, who's very focused on their growth, or focused on growing their reputation, or in a glow up stage, or possibly your business is growing. It feels like you've been very busy in the pentacle world, is what it feels like with this Nine of Pentacles, but it's grown your confidence in something. It feels like the universe is about to show up with some sort of a moment of alchemy here, with Temperance being here, that something that was going, sort of could have gone either way, is about to come into balance. And I think it ends up showing up in a way that makes you very happy. We've got celebration and reunion, or reconciliation. You're reconciling something here that's not your bank account. Tell me what's going on here. So I feel like the reason that this happy time or happy group or invitation to a social event is showing up, because you've put in a lot of hard work on your healing. I feel like you have been sort of detached from other people. And I don't think it's a complete detachment, understand, but I feel like it is something that you've been sort of going in and out of communication with people. But I think that for quite some time now, your biggest focus has been on you, your growth, possibly making money, saving money. It feels like you've been very engaged in your pentacle world here. But I feel like the reason that the Three of Cups is here is because the Four of Swords. Just threw a card on the floor. I feel like I should go dive for it. I don't always, but I feel like I should. Interesting. It's the Seven of Cups in the reverse. That tells me that a decision has been made, or we've got some clarity now in something that was feeling a little foggy, or feeling like it was maybe just a dream. It feels like a dream is coming to fruition. Something that you maybe have already seen in the dream state, or something you've been dreaming about. I could mean that in a metaphorical sense, but also in a literal sense. You could have literally had a dream, but it could be something that you've been dreaming about. Like, wouldn't it be really lovely if? It feels like that sort of energy. Tell me about the Four of Swords and the Seven of Cups in the reverse. You're getting some clarity about something, because the moment of alchemy is coming, where everything comes into balance, and something that you've been wishing for, hoping for, or dreaming about is about to show up. And I think that the reason that it is because you're healing your finances, or you're healing the self, or you're having a glow up. It feels like something here is coming into balance or stability. Look at this. I kind of love that. We've got the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like there is something that possibly was challenging for you. It may have been a feeling of regret, or something you wished you had done differently. And it feels like you were living in that energy for a while. I feel like something here is about to switch up or change, because we've got the Five of Cups, we've got the Devil energy, which was holding you sort of prisoner to the regret of the past. And then we have the Page of Wands, which is sort of exciting, a new beginning. I'm going to take a leap. I'm going to take a risk, a small risk, to get into something I've always been dreaming about. It feels like something is coming back round, or you've been dreaming about something. We've got Cups again, which is the dreamy energy. It feels like something you've always wanted to do, or a way you've wanted to feel. Something here is coming back round. Tell me about the Three of Cups. What are we talking about? We have Virgo energy here. We have Cancer. We have Sagittarius energy, Scorpio. We've got Libra energy, and Pisces. Tell me more about the Three of Cups. What are we talking about? We've got the Strength card. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. And we've got the Ten of Wands. Okay, so I think I want to say, first of all, for somebody here who has been carrying around financial burdens, I think this is your time to clear up those financial burdens. If you were a person who has been short on finances, having a hard time finding a job, or somebody who just wasn't making enough money, or was putting too much time, effort, or energy into something that you felt like you weren't quite getting out of it what you were putting in, that's about to change. I feel like you're about to release a financial burden of some sort, and it's because you've had the courage to do so. It feels like somebody here is taking, with the Ten of Pentacles, it could also be about your health. It feels like it is something that is going to make you feel better, make you feel wealthier, make you feel healthier, make you feel more stable or sturdy. The Strength card is about courage, but it's also about holding back. I feel like you are gathering courage to make a bold move. And the bold move is, I'm going to release whatever I've been carrying around, whether that is financial debt, or it feels like because somebody here has been very focused on their finances or finding a job, whatever it is, it feels like something here, you're going to be able to release something that I feel is you've been carrying around for a while. And for some of you, it does feel like financial obligation. There is a release here, which is good. And I feel like this is a long-term release. This isn't just like a Band-Aid thing. This is something that you're going to be able to appreciate for a long time. So whether that's your health, your time, your effort, your energy, your job, or your bank account, it feels like you're dropping something that was financially heavy, or something that was heavy with your health. I feel like somebody here has the courage to change, because Temperance is about something that is changing, and something that I've been sort of on the fence about a little bit. Temperance, of course, is a major arcana card, but it is about healing, and I feel like something here is to be healed. Somebody here, I want to say that there is somebody here who's watching who has made the decision to get very serious about their health. It feels like you've decided, you know what? I don't feel good. I don't feel good in this body. I've been contaminating my body with whatever. I feel like somebody here is really making a decision. It's become very clear to you now that you need better balance in the Ten of Pentacles. Also, could be somebody here who's decided they need better balance in their finances, and this Strength card be holding back from spending money with the Ten of Pentacles here. Tell me what the Temperance card is about. It's like in a moment of alchemy, you all of a sudden have clarity about what you're going to do, and maybe it felt a little fuzzy, or you've been dreaming about it, or wishing or hoping for it, and now you have a realization about what's going to make you happy. Yeah, the Moon was kind of cluttering, or maybe making things a little bit hard to understand or see or feel. The Moon is the energy of things aren't really as they seem. And so I feel like it was this Seven of Cups, which may have been in the upright, that was maybe the illusion. Things weren't really as they seemed. I think that maybe you had convinced yourself, oh, I'm just getting old, that's why I'm tired, that's why I'm not feeling good. But that's not it. I feel things aren't as they seem. And once you get this clarity with this moment of alchemy and healing, I think that you're like, nah, I think I just wasn't feeding my body right. I wasn't moving enough. I was sitting around too much. I think that somebody is changing their habits, whether that is, and I think you're changing them for the long term. So you're dropping something in favor of something that is going to be beneficial to you in the long term. We've got the Two of Wands, and we've got the Four of Cups. Somebody is stepping outside the comfort zone. It feels like somebody here was stuck in the moon energy, not knowing what to do, or feeling as though it was too dark. I'm sort of feeling my way around. It feels like this, Cancer and Pisces energy here is you were kind of feeling your way around in the dark because you were stuck at the Two of Wands, and it made you feel it was a little bit of nightmare fuel, being in the dark, not knowing what to do. How do I take action when I can't see the way through the moon energy? It feels like this became your comfort zone. You started making excuses. You started making excuses as to why you were broke, making excuses as to why you weren't feeling well, or why you were exhausted, or why you didn't have enough energy. It feels like the temperance energy shows up here and gives clarity to everything. Now you stop saying to yourself, well, there's a reason why. Now I feel like you start saying things clearer, making decisions about how you can take action without being in a comfort zone. Because the comfort zone is it's like the frog in a pot, right? You could put the frog in the pot and it's going to swim around, and you just turn up that heat and that frog's not even going to realize that the water's getting warm. That's what it feels like. Somebody here was not even realizing how quickly the health was declining, how quickly the savings were becoming depleted. Tell me more about this. We've got the Star. We've got the Three of Pentacles, and we've got the Devil energy here. Somebody was scared to start the foundation. I'm going to say if you are worried about something that is not going to show up for you, or I don't know how to start at the beginning. Yeah. I was just listening in my head. I just heard the song from The Sound of Music. Are you familiar with Do, Re, Mi? She says, start at the very beginning, a very good place to start. And she says, you start with Do, Re, Mi, right? And it takes you all the way up, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. So I feel like somebody here, as I was saying, that there is a hopeful feeling that even though I'm in the dark, that I am going to find the energy to do something new or leave the crossroads, find the energy to make a move, to take action and get out of my comfort zone. I feel like the Devil, it had you stuck in the comfort zone. So it feels like there's something here that you were doing obsessively over and over. It might have been making excuses. It could be that you've decided, you know what, I'm just going to stay home and watch TV. It feels like a new foundation that you've been hoping for is about to be birthed here, but I feel like it's energy, time, or effort that you need to put in. And I think that's the only thing that breaks the cycle of the Devil. This sitting around here, or this being okay with eating out every day, or, it's easy to get into those traps. I do it myself. I'm a mom, and I run the household, I run the business, I run a business at home, I run a business online. There's lots of things, and it's really easy for me to get into door dashing all the time, or Uber Eats all the time. And so it feels like somebody here is in that same conundrum. I feel like once you make the decision, it makes you really happy, because the temperance energy here is this thing that sort of shifts into, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. Tell me what the clarity is bringing. What is making you happy here, collective? You could be a Capricorn. You could be an Aquarius, Pisces, or a Cancer. Sagittarius energy is here, so is Leo. We've got Libra. We've got the Five of Pentacles, we've got the Two of Pentacles, and we've got the Death card. So I feel like somebody was sort of going back and forth about, I'm too busy. I'm just really too busy. I don't have the time. It feels like those sorts of things. But really, all it was doing was passing time and making you wait. 5 and 2 is 7. 7 of Pentacles is waiting. The universe waiting for you to throw your seeds in a different direction, to have an intention of what you want to transpire here. Something here is ending, and I think what's ending is the waiting. 5 and 2 is 7. But I also feel like what is ending here, what's transforming here, is the Two of Pentacles. It feels like somebody was sort of in this comfort zone of, everything's on point. I'm doing what I need to. I'm doing what I have to. But I feel like you didn't realize that perpetually you were causing lack by not making a decision to end sort of a stream of thought. The way that I've been acting, the money I've been spending, the laziness I've been doing, whatever it is. I feel like somebody here is changing their mind, changing their efforts, energy, and time. Tell me about, and I feel like it's going to lead you to the 9 of Pentacles here. Tell me about this. Yeah, I feel like you're investing in the self. The 5 of Wands is here with justice. I feel like somebody here was holding back in investing in themselves. 9 and 1 is 10. The 10 of Pentacles is here. It feels like somebody was holding back investing in themselves or putting in the hard work on something because I feel like it was just that. It was just too hard. It was a lot of hard work, and I really wasn't into the hard work. Look, we go in and out of these fluctuations in our life, right? Where we're running at everything, doing everything, producing, feeling successful, and then sometimes we're just like, what am I doing? What am I doing? That's like I'm constantly in motion. It's like we go through these ebbs and flows, and I feel like somebody here is going from an ebb into a flow is what it feels like, because the Justice card is here, and that is things that are coming back into balance or things that are being restored. So I feel like you go from this 5 of Wands energy, which is, I don't know what to do. I'm in indecision about whether I want to invest in myself or not, whether I want to save my money, whether I want to invest in my health or not. And finally, with Justice, something is restored. What's restored is the 10 of Pentacles, and that's why it shows up here. Because now, instead of holding back, now you're finding the courage to do it. So I feel like somebody here is healing themselves, healing their health, healing their finances, finding the new job. It feels like it's going to lead to the 10 of Cups here. We've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. We've got the Hanged Man and the Sun. And I really love the way that wraps it up, because the Sun is the breakthrough energy, the happiness that you want to see after getting some sort of perspective and being in a pause. So I feel like I am speaking to somebody here who is in a pause in their life, in a pause in the career, financially, just going along to get along, just doing what I have to do, doing the minimum. I don't think it feels good there anymore, because I don't think you're feeling the passion of life. We've got the Knight of Wands. I feel like you're not happy unless you're feeling brave. You could be somebody who has fire in the rising. You're not happy unless you're taking risks or unless you're feeling brave. And I feel like with the Knight of Wands in the reverse, yes, everything is stable, but it's not exciting anymore. Life isn't exciting. So I feel like the Hanged Man tells me you were in a pause, and that the Sun energy being here is the breakthrough while you're in the pause. And finally, it shines the light on your contemplation and what you really need to ditch, what you really need to get rid of that was draining you. It feels like you're getting some sort of getting clearer, I would say, because the Sun is here, on this contemplation that you were in, this place of pause. So it does feel like you are getting some sort of stability here and realizing that, yes, absolutely, when I'm in the pause, I'm probably in a place of comfort, right? The comfort zone is here. The devil likes you there, because as long as you're not producing or growing or changing, the devil's happy with you. It feels like that this became sort of a codependent thing that you were doing. Maybe you had other people doing it with you, maybe one other person, maybe the people in your home, right, were encouraging you to do that. But it feels like you get a perspective here with the Sun out. The Sun shines on this perspective of, you know what, I'm kind of bored here. So what do you do from here, collective? We've got Piscean energy here as well as Leo. It feels like you're having a breakthrough here. The breakthrough is coming after the full moon. I believe something here is coming to an end or full circle. I don't want to sit around. I need to take care of my health. I need to get a better job. It feels like I need to save money. I got to stop spending money on doing things that are tanking my health. What do you do from here? Got Libra energy here as well. We've got the 9 of Wands in the reverse. We've got the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I need to find, it feels like this Ace of Cups and the Knight of Swords is telling me I need better mottos. I need to look at myself in the mirror and say, look, bitch, I love you. We got to stop taking our healing for granted. The 9 of Wands is in the reverse, and it feels to me like somebody has now decided, I got to come out from behind the fear wall and stop blaming external things for the things that I don't have. And there's always extenuating circumstances. This reading is not for everybody. This is a general reading, and it doesn't matter to me if it does not resonate with you. That just means I'm not reading for you. But this is someone who has been on the edge of, you know what, I just don't feel good in the place I'm at in life, in the health that I'm in. It feels like somebody here is on the precipice of making a very big change after doing the same thing over and over and over in a comfort zone. And that in itself is an act of bravery. I feel like the Nine of Wands is here. I'm talking to somebody who has possibly been in this place of doing the same thing over and over because of some sort of trauma that you were trying to heal. So I feel like somebody looks at themselves in the face in the mirror and says, look, I love you. And it's time for me to allow my heart space to open. It's time for me to get on a path where I'm loving myself and doing self-care. It feels like somebody's being honest and truthful with themselves and is going to start looking at the Ace of Cups in a very aggressive way. Aggressively loving myself, aggressively getting on some sort of path. Yep, there it is. The Chariot's here. This is discipline, right? This is discipline. It's not only the balance of the feminine and masculine energy, but it is discipline. The only way that you get the victory or the success in your life is if you have discipline. And I know that to be true in every single aspect of our lives. It's the people without the discipline that are the least happy. And so I feel like you will get success. You will get victory and emotional success and victory as well, because we're looking at Cancer energy. That is emotional energy. And I feel like once you discipline the self, that's where the happiness is. So what's coming up in the future? We've got the Six of Wands, we've got the Two of Cups, and we've got the Hermit energy. I feel like you are deepening your spiritual connection with the self is what it feels like, and that you're ready to fight for that. You're ready to be seen in the sunlight because the Six of Wands is getting a lot of attention. It feels like you're about to deepen your spiritual connection with yourself, and I think that that's beautiful. It's time for you to come out of the comfort zone of whatever it was that you were doing, and I'm not saying what you were doing was bad. I'm saying that your comfort zone is a place where we all need to be at some point because we're healing, because we need to stabilize our emotions. Fours are always about stability. There's something here that you needed to stabilize. It was like the calm before the storm, before you took action. And I think it might have something to do with the Moon energy, that you weren't really sure what direction you should go. And we should never push ourselves to go in a direction that we're unsure of, because it feels much better when the moment of alchemy shows up, when Temperance shows up and says, look, it's time to go. That's when it is time to go. Bottom of the deck is Judgment. Look, I couldn't have planned that if I tried. It feels like here we are, looking over things, taking stock, deciding to put in the hard work, and Judgment tells me you're making a complete and total 180. It feels like you're doing something that you were doing in the past. So maybe in the past you were in much better health. Maybe in the past your finances were better. Maybe in the past you had a job you really loved. Maybe it didn't pay as much, but you were so happy there. Happiness means a lot too. And so I feel like somebody is ready to work on making the 180 or being birthed into a new cycle, making a really big decision to put in the hard work. It's just time to do that. I'm going to leave this right here. Thank you so much, Collective, for being here and watching. I appreciate you so much. Happy full moon to you, friends. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.